Okay, so for week 11 of fall anime, another exciting week of shows. We're almost finished, getting like 1 or 2 more weeks. A lot of these shows, though, do have double cores, like Apothecary Diaries, Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Shangri-La Frontier, a lot of other stuff. So yeah, let's just get started. A lot of like escalation, some spicy stuff as we're kind of like reaching the conclusions for the seasons. Also, more importantly, in anime news, we got a lot of new shonen reveals, new trailers, new seasons dropping, new announcements. It's kind of crazy. The main two ones I saw was there's gonna be a Chainsaw Man movie. So it's gonna like continue on with the next arc. I'm so excited. But yo, I want that movie in America available as soon as possible. Also, I don't want the Mappa animators overworking, so you take your time, please. And then the even bigger one, the One Piece anime is getting another anime, but it's gonna be paced better. Isn't that crazy? So instead of like 1,000 episodes, maybe we'll just have it like 100, 200, wrap up the whole series, find the One Piece, achieve Luffy's dream. The Wano arc's probably going to be over in like 25 episodes. It seems to be wishful thinking, but yeah, it's still a crazy announcement. I'm like kind of excited to watch it. Apparently it's like going to be done by Wit Studio as well. So yeah, very excited for it. The One Piece is real, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, there's lots to talk about. Let's start off with the funny one though, the 100 girlfriends that really, really, really love you. This anime is so funny. We went through a lot of arcs. I haven't talked about the one with Kusuri, who's like the kind of lolly girl, and then there was like this whole kissing zombie arc there. Also, after that, we're in the MILF arc, apparently, because Hakari, her mom forbids Rentaro from seeing her. Hakari's really sad. She doesn't want to live anymore. And it's a problem because she's Rentaro's soulmate. And once Rentaro lays eyes on the mom, she kind of looks exactly like Hakari, but like, you know, MILF version, bustier, older. The mom is also a soulmate. She falls in love. Bro, this anime, it got the jokes. It's so funny. The story is actually like really good. I'm really enjoying it. But then like the mom reveal showing it, I'm like, yeah, like they're spicing it up. They have to make every character slightly different. Like we got the tsundere character. We got a serious character. We got like a shy little girl character. And now we got like the MILF character, of course. Akari is against this, but also she's not there. She's trying to jump off her window because she doesn't want to live. Although it's like a 2-story drop, so I'm like, that probably won't kill you. That might injure you like severely. That might cripple you. But yeah, after everyone's trying to save her, Rentaro kind of grabs her from the roof from falling. Kind of like in a miraculous clutch save, he like twists around, drops onto their like kind of fountain. The mom also sees that Rentaro is really committed to the girlfriend. Also, yeah, we get a lot of like kind of lore on Hakari's mom, how she like had Hakari through artificial insemination because yeah, her husband died early. So that also like makes her a virgin technically. So yeah, she's been holding herself back all these years, never finding a man, and she wanted to protect Hakari from like the similar heartbreak. But yeah, now that they all have the same man, it's a bit weird, but I guess like, you know, the harem grows, everyone loves each other. And yeah, I guess this is the 6th member of the team. We got a lot more to go, but you know, very funny anime so far. One more episode, I think. The jokes are really well done, just like kind of parody style, fourth wall breaking, really funny. And we also got a new ending, so yeah, they're doing the Chainsaw Man endings here. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool and enjoyable too. Also, after that, I'll talk about the Apothecary Diaries episode 11. The story is kind of crazy. We kind of discovered this like whole tragic story out of nowhere. And they were sprinkling clues on, so you could have kind of figured some of this out, but yeah, it's still kind of nuts. So it's basically has to do with Otto's lady in waiting, the head lady in waiting. So we realized like Otto's like getting like she's moving out because a new consort is coming in, a new head consort, and then it was kind of all because she couldn't make babies anymore because her first child died, and then her uterus kind of like blew up after the first child. Also, Mamao's dad was the doctor in charge of this, so he got kicked out because yeah, all these tragic things happened that were out of his control. So yeah, we actually find out more details about it. Mamao actually figures it all out. Bro, that's crazy. This girl is the Batman. So she tells us this wild story. So first she visits the head lady in waiting, and she has like this evidence, this like honey poison. So then she tells the head lady in waiting, wow, you poisoned Otto's baby, and then caused her to go through like this kind of spiral of depression, being kind of isolated, not being like worthy or have value anymore. So then yeah, the head consort had to like hold this grief. Honor had to like keep this secret and just like work really hard to kind of like make up for this mistake. So yeah, basically Mamao accuses her, but Mamao doesn't really want to like, you know, kill her or anything. So basically, long story short, Otto had a baby, but then Mamao's dad, the doctor, had to like take care of the other baby. And then like the babies were actually swapped. So this is the crazy part. So Otto's baby didn't actually die. This other like random baby died, which is still kind of sad. And then we realized that Otto's son is Jinshi. Yeah, like they look the same. I thought they were brother and sister. Nah, she's the mother. Ain't that crazy? So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are sad. And then yeah, the head consort went to get executed because Mamao kind of gave her an out. He's like, you can hide like this baby swapping information if you just say, yeah, you had the baby killed just to maintain Otto's kind of status in the rear path palace, like something like that. So yeah, it's kind of nuts. So yeah, 2 people died. One of the other servants that fell off the bridge and drowned, that was also like related to this. Problem is Otto's baby is still alive since it's Shinshi. So they died for no reason technically. So Otto kind of drinks with Mamao. They're hanging out on top of the wall, kind of just, it was a pretty emotional scene. It was kind of nuts, like the level of this mystery. I didn't really do it justice in my explanation. You gotta watch it to like really experience it. But yeah, the story's kind of crazy. We also see that Lishu, since she was like a bit isolated, a bit young, she also loved hanging out with Otto because Otto's like the mother, Lishu's like the kind of little daughter. Problem is the head lady in waiting knew that Lishu was like poisoned by honey when she was younger. So she was afraid that she would like relay this information to Otto. So like they were both separated for a long time. It's kind of like a tragic tale where all of the parties kind of messed up for no reason, and now yeah, this random shit is happening. But yeah, I mean Otto's son is alive and it's Jinshi. But yeah, now I guess a new consort's coming in. So yeah, this is how they keep the story going. Just add more people, have Mamao hang out, solve more cases. Alright, so for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 21, this is the finale of the Mahito fight. What a banger fight. It had like, a bit of production issues, but no problem for me. I loved it so much. The highlight was basically Todo kind of like going delusional, schizo mode. He kind of summoned Takeda-chan to like beat up Mahito. That shit was so funny. Like animators, I kneel. The amount of creativity in this anime, adding like all these extra things like from the manga, it's like very crazy. But yeah, basically this Mahito fight, Mahito's kind of going final form. It's like, we get it, bro. Can you die already? But yeah, he uses his soul multiplicity to kind of just like summon more like kind of Brawlic ass clones. So Todo kind of deals with these like kind of giant ass transfigured humans. He kind of beats them pretty quickly, but then Mahito does get a lot of time to do his domain expansion. Ain't that crazy? So yeah, the problem with Mahito's domain expansion is that if he uses it with Yuji in the area, then Sukuna is just gonna kill Mahito, because Mahito's like touching his soul. So then he does it for 0.2 seconds, something he learned from Gojo. That's also really funny because yeah, Gojo's kind of like killer move that was about to save everyone, it's not being used against the students. So basically this domain expansion was so fast that it like opened the domain and expanded the technique at the same time. So like Todo, he had a simple domain counter, but it wasn't like fast enough. So Todo gets idol transfigured on his hand. The hand was about to explode, but Todo cuts it off. So yeah, that was pretty clutch. So yeah, that's going on. But then Todo also gets hit by the Black Flash by Mahito. So, that was very strong. Todo's taking a lot of damage, bleeding out from the mouth. But it's not over yet. He has his pendant. It kind of falls. And then we see a picture of Takeda-chan and Yuji. Mahito gets so confused. So this is all in Todo's head. But yeah, they're playing like an idol song while Todo's just like dancing, getting inspired, and just beating up on Mahito. So this was like a cool like 1 minute idol sequence. I loved it so much. And then yeah, it kind of ends off with Todo clapping Mahito's hand with his good hand, body swapping him into Yuji hitting Mahito with the Black Flash. That shit was so hype. And Mahito took a lot of damage, but then he also sees like the real form of his soul after like all this fighting. So yeah, Mahito kind of gets like this like kind of cool predator mask and is now like saying, "Oh, happy birthday, I'm about to kill you, Yuji." So they both kind of like fall down into the ground, and then they're about to like fight. They're kind of like both tired, but they have like one more move left in them. So basically Yuji, his Black Flash is really strong, and he can like kind of control it at will at this point. He's on a roll. So Mahito's kind of wary. He's trying to like avoid Yuji. And then finally they go off head to head. They try to punch each other, but then Mahito tries to counter by removing the body armor he has. So Yuji's Black Flash kind of misses. But then Yuji uses the Divergent Fist to like do like a double hit. Mahito gets distracted by that. And then Todo also claps to kind of distract Mahito again. So Mahito just turns around. Thing is, Todo's curse technique is dead since both of his hands are like kind of idol transfigured. And then yeah, Yuji finally hits Mahito with the finisher. Black Flash defeats him. It was so good. Seeing him as like a rabbit, Yuji as like the hunter, the wolf, chasing him down, seeing Mahito so pathetic. It was so rewarding. Finally, Yuji's about to get his revenge. But yeah, as Yuji's kind of slow walking towards him, like being all cool, Geto comes in, bro. What? He's like to Mahito, "Shall I save you?" I bet some shit's gonna happen. But goddamn, bro, what an ending. What a cool fight. This kind of Todo and Yuji versus Mahito fight was one of my favorites this season. So yeah, I'm so happy. Like, props to the animators. They're working so hard. The scheduling's probably so rough. Yeah, I really love this fight. Really love the extra shit they added. Todo and Takeda-chan was definitely my highlight of this episode. But yeah, besides that, anime continues. 2 episodes left. So yeah, we gotta see what's gonna happen. Okay, so for Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, episode 15. Goddamn, bro, it's 15 episodes. So yeah, next episode is gonna be the end for this first core. But bro, this anime is crazy. It's so good. Such high quality. Every story makes you feel good, makes you like kind of appreciate the world building. all these different characters. Nothing feels like super generic. It all feels kind of nice, wholesome, and organic, and just like, you know, a good fantasy show. So yeah, here's Sane. He kind of like sees there's like a curse on his village that makes everyone fall asleep. And since Sane is a priest, he has kind of like high curse immunity. But then everyone else on his party are kind of like slowly falling asleep to the sleeping curse. So you kind of have to track it down before everyone like dies, and then they have to save the village. So basically, yeah, first Sterk falls asleep, and then Fern. So now it's just like Frieren and Sane. Sane has the power to wake someone up, but only for 5 seconds. So yeah, when Frieren falls asleep, she's like, yo, wake me up when it's ready to fight. So yeah, we find out that the source of this sleeping curse is like this plant demon. So yeah, Sane is trying to fight it, but it does like deflect magic unless you hit its core. So yeah, after like a lot of dodging, very sick animation, seeing Sterk like fight this plant monster, he wakes up Frieren, but he's like kind of scared that Frieren only has 5 seconds. Maybe it won't be enough. But yeah, he realizes he should trust Frieren because he remembers what Hyter told him, how like Frieren, she's like always dependable, she's always there, and yeah, she would defeat the Demon King. So yeah, Sane believes in her, and then Frieren wakes up in that 5-second time frame, instantly just like blasts this huge wave of Zoltrak magic, it looked like, on the core, defeats the plant. It was like very cool. And then yeah, they saved the village. Good story. Also yeah, the anime is not over yet. We got half of the episode left remaining. So yeah, another story. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, Sterk, he's traveling with the party, and then there's this dude who has red hair and an eye patch, and then he's like, Sterk, I need you to be my son. Yeah, it's kind of like a random ass story point, but basically this dude's son died, but then there's like a conflict between his city and another city. So he basically wants Sterk to kind of masquerade as the son for this big event, so the morale doesn't go down, and then after that, you know, we can continue. That's kind of weird, but they are poor, so this dude's offering them 10 gold coins, which is enough food to eat for a year. So yeah, basically Sterk has to kind of like follow all these traditions, like learning how to dance, sword fighting. It's very tiring, but yeah, he has to act like the prince. Also, Fern, she kind of has to help him as well, so she's also learning how to dance and like be like a noble person. So it's kind of cool and cute seeing both of them train together, and yeah, they finally go to the ball together. Sterk masquerades as a prince, they kind of dance, and bro, wholesome ass episode. Also at the end of the episode, we see the dad, he does have another son, but the son isn't strong enough. But then Sterk kind of like tells him that, yeah, you know, take care of your other son. He'll be the heir and you'll be happy. Okay, so for the Eminence and Shadow season 2 episode 11, bro, this anime's crazy. What is happening in the story? So last week we saw Perv Asshat, so he was actually fucking Rose's mom. And yeah, this week they kind of like confirmed that, and then Shadow shows that to Rose. She thought she was protecting her mom, but her mom was like backstabbing everyone, got the dad to die just for the dick of this dude. So Shadow kind of shows this to Rose to kind of get like a vengeance reaction from her. Instead, she like passes out from grief and the shock and just throws up. It's kind of nuts. That's kind of funny. But then she eventually kind of like realizes what she has to do, becomes like a new person, gets stronger, more resolved. She also gets the ring that Shadow left her, which randomly he didn't mean to do that. He just dropped it. So she picks it up. She realizes what she has to do. So yeah, she goes into the marriage ceremony the next day. She's wearing her wedding dress, very cute. But then yeah, Perv Asshat is there. He also lost the ring, so he's stressed because this ring kind of lets him into the cult of Diablos. But basically, long story short, when Rose like refuses this wedding proposal, she kind of has like this cool speech on how she's like kind of reinventing herself. She doesn't need to follow anyone anymore. She knows what she has to do. And then yeah, the ring is actually like the source of truth. It has her dad's speeches in like this video. That's very convenient, but yeah, this is like the one thing you needed to kind of like convince the public. So basically the dad kind of reveals that yeah, he was poisoned by Perv Asshat. He doesn't know why. Also, his wife was in on it. So then he's like confident though, because he entrusts the kingdom to Rose. So yeah, after that reveal, Perv Asshat, he's stressed. Everyone kind of like doesn't support him anymore, and it's over for him. And now Rose is like the new leader, I guess. But yeah, there's some more fighting happening. People are dying because yeah, the cult of Diablos is here. They're summoning like this big evil thing using the power of Rose's ring. It looked like this giant dragon monster. It was kind of weird, but it kind of blows up the whole like wedding area and the whole city around it. It also kills Perv Asshat and Rose's mom. So yeah, they both get beheaded. So I mean, that was kind of random, but I guess they did deserve it. And yeah, Shadow comes in to fight the giant monster. He was also on the organ playing like wedding music. But yeah, like such a crazy escalation. This is like a cool kind of like story for Rose. It's making me like Shadow a bit because he's helping these girls when they need him. Okay, so for Spy Family season 2 episode 11, we get a story with Becky. So it's kind of weird because, you know, she's a little girl, but she's in love with Anya's dad. She's in love with Lloyd. So yeah, I mean, this dude is a player, but it's a bit uncomfortable because, you know, she's a little girl. But yeah, no, it's all jokes. She kind of wants to, like, you know, be a homewrecker, try to get Lloyd to fall for her. trying to act all cute. Also, Anya is on Becky's side because she wants Becky to be her new mom since Becky's so rich. Anya can get whatever she wants. So yeah, she's supporting Becky. Thing is, Yor comes in and then it's all kind of awkward. But then Yor just like has so many misunderstandings. He's like, oh yeah, they're just playing. But then the worst misunderstanding is when she gives them tea. Becky kind of like pretends to be drunk because she sees this like a killer move, just like, you know, pretend to be drunk and fall on the dude's arm. But then Yor thinks she actually put alcohol in the tea. She thinks she messed up. So she instantly takes Becky and runs to the hospital just on the street. Yor gets hit by a car, just like throws Becky in the air, but like Yor takes no damage and then it catches Becky. It's such a crazy ass action scene. And then yeah, after a while, Becky admits that she was just like, you know, pretending to fall for Lloyd. So yeah, Yor kind of realizes and actually supports Becky. She's like, yeah, I see it. Lloyd is such a good man. It's no wonder you like fall in love with him. And also Becky asks, oh, what is Lloyd like in a woman? And then Yor is like, oh, he likes someone strong. So then yeah, that was kind of funny because Yor is like the strongest. Can't really compete with her. So we end that story point over there. Very cute. Also, since Becky wants to get stronger, she's starting to train with Yor. So Yor's like teaching her how to like fight, showing her the stances and the form. Also after that, there's another story with Fiona. So yeah, she's in love with Lloyd, but she's also kind of like a killer, icy, emotionless girl. So anyway, like she's just working so hard, just like doing all these missions, trying to like prove her worth to Lloyd. So yeah, I thought that was very cute. I really love Fiona, so yeah, I want to see more of her. She's just very funny. Okay, so for Tokyo Revengers, the Tenjiku chapter, episode 11. I'm sorry, bro. This anime is so trash, but it's escalating a lot, bro. Izano, he's such an anime character. He's such like a funny villain. He's like, when he's fighting Mikey, like Mikey shows up and you know, the whole mood is shifted. He's like, I already know your moves. I crush everything with pure strength. Like literally, bro, those are your lines. You're so edgy. Also, it's kind of weird him saying, I crush everything with pure strength, but he also memorizes Mikey's moves. That's kind of contradictory. Because if you memorize his moves, then you're not fighting with strength, you're like calculating. So, you know, these guys are middle schoolers, who cares? But it was funny kind of seeing like Izana's backstory. Izana's just like so mad. And then we see him when he was younger, he was literally like murdering 5-year-olds. Like, it was kind of weird. But yeah, once his brother died, Izana like fell into a depression. He looked like this homeless bum, even though he was probably like 12 years old. But yeah, basically after like all these explanations, we see Mikey kind of like taking Izana's hits, but then Mikey fighting back. Izana is just destroyed, bro. I love seeing Mikey fight. Once he's in here, just like the whole mood is shifted. No one can really fuck with him. And yeah, Tokyo Manji Gang wins. But the problem is Kisaki still has the gun, so Izana takes the gun. Are you dead ass? I mean, I knew this was gonna happen because once Kisaki shot Takamichi, I was like, yeah, they didn't throw out the gun or take the gun away from him. Mikey looks straight into the gun. He's like, shoot me, bro. But then Kakucho actually like jumps in front of the gun and is like, bro, we lost. Just take the L. Don't do all this extra shit. Like, don't murder people. It won't like make your life better. We also see this weird kind of part with Kakucho where his whole family died in this car accident. That's how he got his scar. And then Izana kind of like took care of him and he's like, okay, if you get bullied and stuff, you know, just hang out with me. It was kind of weird. But then, yeah, after Izana kind of drops the gun and everything, Kakucho kind of talks him out of it. Kisaki takes the gun and actually shoots Izana in the back. So it doesn't look like Izana is dead, but, you know, very funny, very unnecessary. I don't know where the story's going, but it's so dumb. Okay, so for Dr. Stone, New World Part 2, Episode 10. What a great episode. We kind of wrapped up everything on this island. So yeah, we saved all the people. We're slowly unfreezing everyone, kind of learning more. So yeah, all the kind of petrification devices were destroyed, except this last one that got stolen. So yeah, they can use it for a lot of different things, you know, freeing people, kind of healing injuries, it's all there. So yeah, as long as they have the revival fluid, it's all good. Also, Soyuz learns the revival fluid recipe, so now Senku and the team, they kind of leave this island to Soyuz as the leader. Kirisame also goes with Senku, so yeah, new kind of strong waifu joining the science team. And also, Amaryllis stays behind. So basically, Soyuz and Amaryllis are kind of like leading the village. They're basically trying to work together, but it's like all optional. Senku doesn't want to force anyone. But they do need a lot of manpower, because yeah, we saw that the Y-Man, he's in space, he's on the moon, so they have to like build a rocket ship. It's gonna take a lot of work. You can't really take any shortcuts. You do need a lot of manpower and work to kind of build it. Although they can salvage ingredients from all over the world. So that seems to be their next goal. So first, free Tsukasa. He's like the strongest dude. You have him on his side, you win every fight. And then after that, you know, go around, get more ingredients, get more resources, go on your boat. And then finally, you know, go to space, maybe free more people. So yeah, they do have the platinum. And basically, yeah, just like a cool kind of wrap up. Just one more episode left. So yeah, we gotta see Tsukasa get freed finally. His little sister will be happy. And then after that, yeah, just like a cool, chill adventure on this island. We saw like them kind of cooking food for everyone, cotton candy, fireworks. So it's all kind of inspirational. We see Kohaku also alive, bro. I love Kohaku, seeing her. Such a great character, so badass and strong, but also like supporting Senku. So yeah, the whole science team is together. They're going back to the island, and we'll see what's gonna happen next. Okay, so for Goblin Slayer Season 2, Episode 11, yes, we're fighting goblins. We gotta rescue the princess. She's in like this goblin castle, it looks like. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. It looks like nothing bad has happened to her, but yeah, they're using her as a like ritual sacrifice. So yeah, they need like princesses to like let their blood out. There's other waifu characters that are like on their own party. It's kind of random. Not really explained in the story, but yeah, they seem to be like fighting like god level threats. And then yeah, they're fighting like this giant thing that absorbs monsters. And it looks like it absorbed a lot of goblins that are just like falling from the sky. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, everyone's doing their thing. We see the priestess getting stronger, using her purify miracles to like cleanse all this corruption. Goblin Slayer destroying all these goblins, finally defeating the goblin shaman and rescuing the princess. So yeah, it's kind of like happy ending there. We'll see like if everything wraps up next week. But yeah, you know, pretty solid so far. All right, so for 16-bit sensation, another layer, episode 11. Yes, this is the time travel anime. I haven't talked about it too much, but it's been very enjoyable to watch. This episode I thought like was kind of crazy. A lot of stuff escalated, so yeah, I'll just talk about it here. So basically Konoha, she finally goes to like her timeline. The timeline like catches up to her. She can't go back anymore. But she's fucked up like a lot. So she didn't really fuck up, but it's like now it's like America has the gacha games, America has the Bishojo games, and basically Japan, Akihabara, it's all kind of like boring business, like normal city life. So yeah, Konoha kind of messed up because her game was so popular that America kind of like bought all the companies, and now all the video game developers are in America instead of Japan. So yeah, in order to combat this, Konoha just has to make another super game in the present time, and kind of like ship that off in the past, and then like have that game compete with the other game she made. So yeah, it's kind of like a complicated plan, but it seems okay so far. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but they do have like AIs making games. So you don't got AI art anymore. You got like ChatGPT making you the script. You got them drawing too, doing all the character designs. You just have to like input the training data from like Konoha's like old artworks. So yeah, it's very funny, like her commentary on AI. They don't like really call it evil. They just use it as like a convenience tool, and then they do stress that it's now like a replacement for like human heart. So your actual kind of like intentions as a person cannot be replaced by AI. So yeah, all of that's like very nice. But then one big thing, Konoha gets captured because she is like this legendary video game developer in the past, and now like this company wants to like kidnap her and then basically like use her brain as like training data for like their supercomputer. So yeah, that's how they make more advanced AIs. They capture people. Konoha's like in this facility where there's like a lot of people in like test tubes, and basically their brains are being like wired into like the mainframe. And yeah, they're just using all these like smart, successful people, kidnapping them to make a successful AI using like their intelligence. It's kind of funny. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, crazy escalation. And yeah, that is it for the animes this week. Thank you for watching. We get some more finales next week. Week after that, probably even more. And yeah, that'll be it for the fall season. Kind of like a cool wrap up end of the year. Hopefully this year of anime was good for you. So yeah, if you made it this far, please let me know what your favorite animes this week were.